Is good morning still, because we've got a few minutes. Welcome to Business Growth Network. So we want you to turn off your cell phones and put it on stun, or better, just turn it off. And to quit looking at it, because we're here to hear Jena speak today. And there aren't too many pages left, so if anybody needs a new one here, we don't let you spam. And on the front are the members, on the back they've been the guests. Yes, we usually pay $2 to put in the jar there and put your business card there. And so we're going to have 30-second commercials, 45 seconds, and you can tell your name, what you do, who you might be looking for.
At 2 minutes, I start throwing things at you.
Yeah. And we'll start with Mr. Gump.
I'm Forrest Ward. I own U.S. Success Center. We're a corporate education and networking organization. We produce courses for people to show them how to accelerate their businesses. If you're not accelerating your business, guess what's happening? It's backing up. So we also produce networking groups throughout the Metroplex. Been doing U.S. Success Center since 1979, and I've been doing networking groups since 1983. And got here in 2005 and started looking at the market, and now my network is over 10,000 people. So I like to tell people, if you don't know somebody, let me know and I'll introduce you. Oh, I'm also a singer, and a songwriter, and an actor. I have 3 albums, been in 3 movies, and 35 stage productions. And I know
the other Forrest.
Amy Ramsey. I own and operate Silver Image Transportation here in Dallas, Texas. We rent limousine and party buses for any and all occasions. I also am starting a training course for limousine operators to teach them how to expand their business. I've been in the industry since '96, and I've done a pretty good job at training my staff to be able to hold down the fort while I'm gone. So I want to share that information with other limousine operators. And right now I'm just looking to expand my network, meet some great people, and see if we can make good contacts.
My name is Bub. My name is Roger Russell. I'm the owner of Omni Harmonics Institute. We're actually a coaching program where we help upstarts bring their concept into reality as it pertains to going in entrepreneurship and business. I also own Bridge City Radio Network, which is an online radio base where we help people get the information, tips, tools, and strategies that they need in order to help them scale their businesses as well. My name is Roger Russell. I'm glad.
Happy Tuesday, guys. My name is Jay Dale, and I have 2 serious questions to ask today. To think about it, is your investment going to give you a lifetime income, even your account is out of money? And second, is your investment will be protected from any market crash comes in the future? Think about it seriously. I can share with knowledge with no obligation, and let's create a wealth with peace. Thank you.
That was a lot shorter than the last one. Good
Aw.
job. Good job. No, seriously, good job. Hi, my name is Randy Sabling. Technically, I'm a retired executive. My last job was the CEO of a company that I had turned around and then sold it. And the offer that they made was contingent on me staying as CEO, so I did that for a bunch of years, and then I decided it was time to retire. I moved to Texas, and I couldn't really stay retired long because I just can't sit home. So I opened a consultancy, and I'm doing the same thing that I did for the man. Now I do it for small companies, usually $5 to $10 million. Or anybody that wants advice, I will give it to them for free as well. Anybody in the room, anybody in networking groups you want. Just remember, you may get what you pay for.
I'm Sherry Gillespie, and actually I'm a realtor, but I am an instructor for BMC Connections and also for Art Clay. I'm one of the ones that certify everybody to do their own jewelry. I do jewelry parties, and and the leather and stained glass. And I sell hemp oil. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll be glad to share a card. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Tanner Wells with Genesis Financial. I'll just go ahead and regurgitate what I said last week, but make it a little bit better. I'd like to say that I help your long-term big goals come to fruition and become real. So we'd love to have a conversation with you if you have long-term goals and you can't really figure out where to start. Tanner Wells, Genesis Financial.
Hi y'all, my name is Greg Flores. I'm the founder of Soul Solutions. We're the window people for Dallas-Fort Worth. Recently, I might add that in an effort to combat weight gain, I started skipping breakfast. And then I realized that all the millennials call that fasting. Anyway.
Okay, I'm Ravi Kumari. I'm a financial advisor. The company is Iris Wealth Advisory. Visit my website. I'm not getting any hits on it. It gives you more details on what I do. It's not easy to put together everything in this 30-minute commercial. Your wealth or your retirement takes much longer than there are too many intricate details. And you will get an idea when you visit that website. It's iriswealthadvisory.com. It's like Irish without the H. Iris.
Karen Burkholder Insurance Agency. I do all lines of insurance. My tagline is from Starry Nights to City Lights. I've got you covered. So I'm concentrating on the next few months on final expense because there's one thing we're not going to get out of this life, and that is alive. And so if you don't want to be cremated, you might want to let your family know, or you're going to get the $6.95 Dust in the Wind special that is going to cost them about $3,000. But it's like if you want an actual real funeral, I can also help you with that. One of our carriers actually does pre-need. So I've got all lines of insurance, so whatever you need, I've got you covered.
If you've never buried somebody, it's expensive.
Covered sometimes with dirt. Right?
That's right. and you thought my tagline was just for insurance.
I'm Rayanne Kane. Not only do I work on clients one-on-one, but I'm also created a course to teach people where pain comes from so they can take control over their own pain situation. Because my goal is to teach people the truth. The truth is the only thing that heals the body is the body.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'll stop there. Right? Pain relief therapy, take care of your body.
That's the new tagline.
Let's not forget zip. Zippity-doo.
Da zippity day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. And I have hemp oil. Also, we have CBD that has CBD in it, and now we have CBG in it. And so what that does, it helps with inflammation, it helps with anxiety, sleeplessness, and the CBG enhances the CBD. So the CBG will help with glaucoma. So I'm looking for osteopath doctors, holistic doctors, chiropractors, massage people, and this will enhance your business and help you tremendously with everything else. So I want to light up your CBD receptors. I'm Zip. And now for Jena.
That works. All right, thank you, Zip.
Good job.
Colorful and good.
I'm so glad we had Zip up here. Normally it's David, and he's all like thoughtful and sweet, and it's not
Sweet.
fun. We don't even sing when David's up here. Look at my stage here back here. Oh. Who was not here last time? This half of the room. Now I know where all my faithful people sit.
That's right.
I was talking about how to double your business. Does anybody on this half of the room care about that?
Yes.
And for those that were here, I talked about why. And this last 2 weeks, I almost had to do the why. So over the last two, just like a quick for this side, y'all guys can like turn your ears off. My husband's an alcoholic jerk. that we're dealing with that the last 3 months. And that's caused a lot of problems over the last 8 years. So I love the concept of being a stay-at-home mom, but the fact is that does put you in a very interesting predicament should your husband, I don't know, cheat or be a jerk or abusive or any of the million things that can happen, or die, right? Then you all of a sudden have to be single mom to 3 kids in a household spending about $13,000 a month. So if you want to keep your kids in the same school, and you've only ever made $41,000 in your entire lifetime, I think Rayanne and I were having that conversation of what's the most you've ever made in a year? What if you could double that? And that becomes really important when different life circumstances happen, whether it be marriage issues or cancer issues or IRS issues or any of the random things that pop up. There could be a definitive need to hustle, right? As it happens, and last time I had my little digital marketer shirt on, but every time that I have done their stuff, and every single year I've been with them, and every time I've implemented, my business does double. And my clients, when I have implemented certain systems, they double. Like if you can go in there and you can find the holes, they double. Who was over here? Forrest was over here talking about my pretty board, right?
I like it.
So the pretty board is a customer value journey. We went through it, I think, with yours as well. But the framework is based on the idea that you don't have to be a cheesy salesperson. Nobody likes a cheesy salesperson. Nobody wants to be a cheesy salesperson. The idea is it's just like dating. It literally is framed off dating. If you just ask for small increments, it's not hard, it's not cheesy, and you're not assaulting another person. Like skipping 2 steps is assault. In the dating world, it's modeled completely after that. So if you go from here to selling, you've literally skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and that's just selling. And if you go straight to referral, you've skipped all 8 steps. You've gone to meeting someone, you've skipped 7 steps, and that is the equivalent of me walking up to Amy. We've talked online, but would it not be weird if I came up to you and I stuck my hand on your face? Super weird. Super weird. That is what we're doing when we ask for referral partners. And that's what a lot of times is recommended in these networking groups is like, don't go in there trying to sell your stuff. Go in there and ask for referral partners. Please don't. She was a realtor. I know at least 50 realtors. I've got at least 10 realtor clients. The concept of asking me if you can be a realtor without knowing the fact that I really dislike realtors. I've had some terrible experiences. Nothing against you. I'm sure that in an email that you can actually type out the word you instead of the letter U like a 12-year-old. But that does happen. So it's building a relationship with somebody at the lowest level increment. You can skip a step, that happens. You're right, somebody like walks up to you like, hey, I heard about you, there was some great PR about you, I just want to buy. That happens. You can skip it if they ask for it. There's always that girl or guy at the bar, right? But the idea is you do follow steps. So last time we were talking about, you have to build awareness. If you don't, so this is where those steps, I've got people who have all the funnels that they need. They've got PR. They've got all sorts of things going. They have zero awareness. You've spent $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on systems and forgot to turn on the tap to let the water in the funnel. If you have no traffic, you have nothing. 3 ways to build a business: more traffic, more customers, more money at each point of sell, and then getting them to come back. So Amy here has the limo business. If nobody knows she exists, she's not going to have anyone to give a ride to. There's no ride to begin with, right? If she does get that prom client that she loves, guys, she wants all the prom clients. You could get the bare minimum of 3, 4 hours? 6 hours. She knows better on prom. Or you could try to upsell them on 8 hours, and let's take you on an entire journey throughout the entire day. Let's pick you up, and we'll pick up each one of the girls, each one of the guys. We'll take them to their spots. We'll make sure everyone's got food brought to them, whatever. You can create a package that sells more. That's the, would you like fries with that? Well, no, but now I kind of do, right? By the way, I will trip over that more than once. The next one is get them come back. If they have a great prom experience and she's got brothers and sisters behind her, which is probable in the, Frisco, Plano area, that's another customer. If the parents were like, wow, that went really smooth. I had a really sucky Uber experience last time I went to the airport. How much do you charge to take me to the airport at 6 in the morning? Then you can get the customer to come back. If you don't have any customers to begin with, the last two are irrelevant. So I cannot possibly tell you the awareness. How many people are running Facebook ads? I got 2, 3-ish. How many people are running Google ads? 1. How about YouTube? Nobody else is running YouTube, by the way, right now. So if you got one that works on Facebook, send that video over. It's not hard. Costs less. Easier to do. LinkedIn outreach. Organic social media. PR. SEO. Blog writing. LinkedIn articles. Getting the same hands. If you have none of those going, if your hand wasn't going up over and over and over again, then you've got nothing coming to the funnel. And it doesn't matter what I build you or you build. No eyes, no targets. Next one is engaging them. That could be your social media posts. You could actually have the video as part of the ad. That can be engaging. This is, you come over to the girl and said hello, but now you've got 5 minutes to make it seem like it's worth your time before she gets bored and walks away. Does that make sense to everybody? Little recap there. Got to engage them somehow. The other one that I try to remind people of is people will research you. They just found out you exist. They have no idea who you are. Maybe you're the realtor that's really super awesome and like slaying all of Dallas, or maybe you're the dummy who works 1 hour a month, has no idea what she's doing, and is like, I'll sell whatever. Spells you with a U. They're gonna go research you. If you Google your business page, what's that look like? Anybody checked? Who's checked? Please don't give me the same hands the whole time, I'm gonna cry. Whose Facebook page is pulled together? That's a big one people are researching, especially the younger people, under 40.
You left out Instagram.
I was about to say Instagram and then I was debating it. Instagram, especially if you're serving younger populations, limo, Instagram should be your jam. Google Plus went away, but definitely still make sure you're Google. YouTube ranks really high search engine optimization. You don't have to code a thing. You just got to put some videos up. What about pictures with alternative tags? Anybody? I was working on Karen's. By the way, you're Karen. I SEO optimized your site last night.
All right.
I was going through the pictures. Gosh, we gotta rename this before I upload it. Thought I'd get a chance afterwards. When they Google your name or your business name, what will they find? I used to be military intel, top secret clearance, used to be really good at research. It's not even hard anymore. All the stuff that I used to spend hours doing, you get to just type in this open, free, non-top secret thing called Google and find out everything that I want about a person. Where I got my financial advisors in the room, it would suck really bad if a felony came up, right?
Oh yeah.
Or that drunk picture that you accidentally posted 10 years ago on Facebook or MySpace. MySpace. They're like, ooh, I wanted him to manage my finances, but not now, right? One, manage those pictures. Make them go away before 4chan or something gets a hold of it. But also manage your reputation, just a quick Google search, right? Simple enough. This is where we started talking about double your business the last time, because it's what is everyone else not doing? One of my mentors actually asked a question on Facebook the other day is, how many of you know someone who is dumber than you, but they are making more money than you? Eric's like, obviously,
but
right?
they're obviously not dumber than you.
Well, you can be, dumb is relative, right? There's lots of areas to be dumb, right?
Yeah.
You can be an excellent rock climber and can't swim to save your life, literally, right? Having the landing page or a free offer of some sort, and here's another one, understanding that first one you build may not work. That you might have to launch one every single month until you find one that sticks. I think Digital Marketer had 31 different landing pages with 31 different offers. That's not even counting the A/B split testing. That's just completely different offers, completely different PDFs, completely different downloads, completely different email sequences, before they were able to determine pretty much 3 people brought everyone in. And then they could delete the other ones, what is that, 28, and focus on the 3 that are bringing not only the leads, but then they can start tracking lifetime, costs, like how much does it cost to acquire a person versus how much do they actually equal to the company. 3 of them did it. And it's not the 3 that anyone actually needed, it's the 3 things that nobody really needed. It's not the 3 things that were most used inside their membership site. It was just 3 things that they were actively looking for. It's 3 things that caught their attention on Facebook. Knowing to switch it up, to use something, we were talking about ClickFunnels, she uses ClickFunnels, I'm using Kartra, we've kind of in class. Doing that and then having a thank you page with another offer or opportunity or online scheduling. So with some of the companies, it's been a direct purchase. With the consultants of the world, it's been a direct schedule me now. That one, the schedule me now, even at a daycare, that was my favorite one, 5 weeks. I mean, we changed lots of things, but that was the biggest one. That was the risk I took. I was like, scheduling. I don't know about that one. Let's try it though. Like, it doesn't hurt to try, right? We're running, $2,500 worth of ads on it. No big deal. That worked though. Especially in a population like Plano, Frisco, where not everyone, or I guess pretty much all of DFW now, where not everyone speaks English as a first language. Anybody know someone who doesn't speak English as a first language? It's like half of Dallas now, right? Or the DFW area. They don't want to talk to that weird white chick. What did somebody call me? Crazy white lady? I don't remember some of the names. They were big, they were friends. They were trying to explain to me in their culture like why they wouldn't come up and talk to me or say hi. And they were like, then I'd have to be interesting for the crazy white chick. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. If they don't speak speaking English, writing English is a lot easier than hearing English. So if anybody's ever actually learned to learn another language, the ability to schedule online circumvents that. Lots of people like myself, anybody wake up obscenely early or stay up obscenely late? Yeah, most of us. You can't do anything during those business hours yet. That's where you want to operate. An online scheduler changes that because they can make a schedule with you right there. And it's linked to your calendar. So I know Kartra includes the calendar. For those of you in here, Book Like a Boss, y'all gotten that? Them actually showing up to a meeting, actually showing up to a webinar, actually spending time with you. Technically, y'all are all spending time with me right now. That's convert stage. Time or money. Now, it could be $1 in cash. It could be $6 for corporate, B2B. That could be as high as anything under $500. It needs to be a lot less than your core offer. What's the thing that you actually want to sell versus the thing that's just a trip? It's the equivalent of like, anybody shop at Michael's, Walmart, Target? And there's that whole aisle when you go to checkout, the impulse aisle. It's infuriating if you have small kids because it's all tailored at their eye level,
It's
right?
nothing you need, but everything they want.
Everything they want. All the things that if you asked in the other aisles, I'd be like, keep walking, but it's right there, you're stuck there, you're in line, you can't move. For some reason there's 40 different checkout lanes, but only 2 self-checkout lanes are open. It's there to make a purchase, right? They're forcibly making you do it. The other reason though is it does turn them, the word convert is not accidental. Like think religion, I have converted you. The moment you convert someone, you have converted them just like religion to you. They have given you their information, they've subscribed, they've given you permission, but now they're actually giving you money or even something more precious, and that's time. And you didn't have to do anything for it because if you set it up correctly, you're still asleep. It's 4 a.m., they're morning risers, you were up till 2 a.m., you didn't have to be in there. You are not a bottleneck. Is anyone in here a bottleneck in their business? 1 hand, 2 hands, seriously. I bet you every single one of you in this room is a bottleneck in some way, shape, or form to your business. He's over here smiling. He's like, stop me, I've been doing this a while. This up here, most of this can be automated so that you're not the bottleneck. You don't have to jump on the phone. You don't have to do anything, and it just shows up in your calendar. I'm sure ClickFunnels has a way if somebody sets a, does ClickFunnels have calendar? Does it automatically send text messages? You can do that too, right? You can send a text message to let them know. Hey, thanks for scheduling. Make sure you have it on your calendar for 3:15 on Tuesday of next week. And then 15 minutes before the appointment, it can send another message out that says, by the way, we're meeting in 15 minutes. Don't forget to show up. Anybody ever had somebody skip out an appointment because they forgot? All the freaking time? What if they got automatic text messages and you didn't have to remember and call them? Like that used to be the old executive, right? He had like the big office and then there was like a little office or a desk in front of his desk. That was the girl whose only job was to look at his calendar every afternoon and call and remind people to show up the next day. What would she cost? About $2,000 plus a month just in salary now? And you can save that just by automating it. Putting some, what is Twilio? Twilio automates with Kartra, is that the one that ClickFunnels uses?
Twilio, yeah.
Okay. It's like 0.0023 cents a text message. Is that out of anyone's budget? No? Cents. 0.0223 cents. It's got points on the cents. You can afford it to remind them. And then the excite phase. So this is where I've had a couple clients, like you don't really understand it until you understand it. If you can excite somebody, Sean G. Murphy was in here speaking on mindset. And he said people don't buy because they need something. People buy because they want to brag about it. Oh my God, I got to work with Rayanne. Did it work? Oh my God, yes. Was it placebo? I don't know. They're just excited. If she has a brand behind her, what's that guy, Dr. Axe? He's come up a few times in some anti-vaccine conversations. If you got to work with Dr. Axe, the celebrity on TV, I think he's a good-looking doctor too. Is that the good-looking one? The ladies, yeah. She's like, yes. If you got to work with him, you don't even have to believe what he says. You just get to go tell everyone you got to hang out and be treated by the celebrity doctor, right? And try to keep the drool off while you were... This is the excite phase. So for some people, like I think the t-shirt is the dumbest thing on the planet. I wore like y'all have mini chat? Mini chat? They were the only ones at Traffic and Conversion to offer up female t-shirts, soft material and cut for a lady's body. But I have it, I don't even use it, but I wanted their t-shirts, so I signed up. T-shirts excite people. Like, I mean, even like the extra large guys, rough material you wouldn't even put on a t-shirt quilt, excite people. Anybody gotten one of my notebooks out of the back? It's super exciting. You're all bored about it. You're like, oh, look, a white notebook, and you flip it around and it says get shit done, and you laugh, right?
That's where my wife puts her get shit done stuff. She loves it.
And it's honest. It reminds you, a little reminder every day, right? Find a way after you've converted them to excite them. If you were all online training, maybe you've sold them a little portion or you've offered them a free video series, PLF style. What can you do as onboarding, or what can you send them to excite them? Especially once you know the full value of one customer and how much it costs you to acquire each customer, you can start to know exactly how much you have to play with. I did the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away challenge, just as research. I bought the box. If I had bought through an affiliate, the affiliate gets all $100. So it cost me $100, the affiliate gets all $100 because they really wanted to rev up the affiliate base to go advertise for them so they didn't have to spend the money here. They can give it to their affiliates, which that's cool. I'd rather give every single one of you money than Google or Facebook. That $100 though bought a box. The box alone costs money to print. It's full color inside and out. It has an MP3 player in there that I can just hook my headphones up directly to and play, so not like one you just USB stick into it. It had books in there, hardcover, color printed, workbooks. I know how much those cost to print. The book, the box, everything alone, even if you're printing and having everything built in China and shipped in bulk, which ClickFunnels can do, it's still like $58 a box. So as soon as they sell it in the excite phase, because that's their entry point offer, as soon as they've given you, and they sent it, shipping costs money. There's no way to make that cheap, right? Even if it costs $5 a box. $60, they are already now in the negative. But a couple things. They know a couple people are going to buy the One Funnel Away Challenge again. Why? Because it's only good for 30 days. They'll have to buy it again, even if they use their own affiliate link, that's still $50 more. They'll send another box, they're still negative. Then you're going to keep watching the ads, and you're going to keep downloading the books. They have a process in place. You're probably likely going to spend, what was the offer? $3 grand? $2 grand? Was it $2 grand in the 10X? They've made $2 grand. Anybody make that bet? Would you lose $58 to make $2 grand? Anybody not make that deal? I'd make that deal every single time. Even if you've got to pay your developers, you sell it to 1,000 people a month. Somebody good with math, you can do that calculation. Over here, you can start offering the stuff you actually care about. In between is the magic though, right? You're like, oh, you have a sales page and a landing page, and everyone tells me that. Once they subscribe, there should be an entire email series and hopefully even a text series to remind them to come back and get this entry point offer. As soon as they do this, if they buy it or it's in time, there should be an email series that excites them, reminds them whatever is exciting is coming, that gets them to come over back and purchase this. And once they purchase this, you need to excite them over and over again every single time they make a purchase. You can do that by emails. You can even run Facebook ads only to those people who have already purchased, which seems counterintuitive, but especially if you have a recurring revenue model, you want them to keep paying. And they'll keep paying if they're using it. If they're not using it, then they're going to be like, yeah, what's my credit card statement? Yeah, I don't need that anymore. So making sure that you don't ever stop exciting them, that you ever don't stop emailing them. I'm not always the best steward of this myself. And then coming over here, and this one I've actually seen baked into the onboarding process, telling them that you want them to be one of their best customers and that you're going to be coming back to them for a video review or a testimonial. That you want them to be one of your best customers, you want them to be their next testimonial. Ask for feedback first. Sometimes you get angry customers, even if it's for no good reason. You know, there was no stripper pole in the van for the teenagers. Ask for feedback. If the feedback is good, and this can be automated in an email sequence, you don't even need a fancy application for it, ask them to review you. And make it easy. Here's a link to our Facebook review page, here's a link to our Yelp page, here's a link to this page. Pick your poison. If you were to happen to copy paste it to all of them, I would love to send you a $10 Starbucks card. If they're worth if they're worth $2 grand and it took you $200 to acquire them, can you afford a Starbucks card for good reviews that are going to help you get the next one? And if they are raving fans, hey Karen, did you like your website?
Loved it.
Would you recommend me?
Yes.
Would you appreciate it if I gave you 50% commission on every person you sent me? Yes. Would you find that you recommend me more if you're making money off of it? Mm-hmm. So if I offered somebody, if I charge $1,000 for something, and I turn around and offer her $500 every time she sells it for me, she's already happy. I'm not asking for anything special. She was going to review me or recommend me anyway, but now if she makes $500, $1,000 every time she does it, do you think she's going to be incentivized? I know some companies that they don't even incentivize their employees that well. Anybody know affiliate marketing? Yeah, I know 1, 2. That's affiliate marketing, referral marketing, whatever you want to call it. Can realtors still do that? I thought after the recession they put like a kibosh on it or something.
Yeah.
When you can implement half of that decently, you can double your business. Anybody's existing system do that already? Nobody? Who would like that? How much would you think I would charge for it? yesterday for free.
Because she loves me.
Because she's a member. She's been a member a long time. And I will be doing it for everybody. Members get 80% off that signs up to the 90-day training course. And that's $19.97. So what does that equal? Less than $400? Buy Kartra. You're out, sorry. I will move over whatever website you have. I will build every email out you need and build you the landing pages you need. Any questions? On anything, it doesn't have to be about the package. Y'all are dead silent. Did y'all like not get coffee this morning? There's no way everyone in this room understood that. Yeah, he's always got coffee.
I just take notes as many times as I can until I finally understand it.
You know what's sad is you were like, I think it'll work for me. It only took you like 3 years and someone from
Right,
ClickFunnels
I know I
talking
sent
about
her a
it.
note the other day. I said, I think I finally get it.
Think I finally get it. It only took 3 years.
Stuck in the learning phase.
Yeah, everyone's learning over and over and over again. What's funny is the biggest argument is like, oh, I don't want to learn anymore. Okay, have you implemented? Well, no. What's your plan to implement? Oh, I'm gonna get around to that next month. What are you waiting on? Oh, you know, I was gonna wait for this one thing to finish, and then when I get some time. When's the last time you had time to do anything? That's not gonna happen.
Well, when I sent her that email, I kind of woke up and said, because I kept looking at this as a new process. This is the same process I've been using to sell business to the federal government for my entire career. Just called different things, but it's really all the same.
All the young marketers call it funnels. Older
Right.
people call it sales process.
Right.
You made a cold call, you looked at something in their office or, you know, up on wherever you could find information about it and said, hey, I heard your son likes baseball. Going to a game. Would you like to go with me? Hey, can I reach you back and call you back? What day is good? Does Sunday at 5 o'clock work? Maybe not Sunday. Maybe a Monday.
You gotta give them 2 choices.
2 choices?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always 2 choices. Morning, afternoon, 10, 2, you gotta work them all the way.
You would know that. You have to actually schedule and get somebody's home.
You know, it used to be called the tickler file.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
What time is it? I got no watch.
12:36.
Oh man, I gave y'all lots of extra time. So this is where David would wrap it up and say thank you all for your time. It's the best gift that you can give us and all those thoughtful things that aren't in my personality. I do thank you all for coming though. Take time for announcements and thank yous. Start with you. And if you're new, Zip didn't do it, but David always does it. How you found us too. Start with you.
I'm in the cast of the Spectacular Senior Follies. We just started our 11th season. We're going to be having 5 performances at the Eisman Center in September. So all you have to do is go to seniorfolly.com and get yourself some tickets. And after every performance, we all go into the lobby to meet the audience. So,
And they are spectacular. Their hats, ladies, alone.
The whole cast is 55 and above. Our oldest woman is 92. Our oldest man is 89. So it's a lot of fun to meet these people because most of them have been performing all their lives. And it's incredible. That's it.
No announcements, but thank you for having me. I enjoyed meeting the ones that I did meet, and I actually have been following you on LinkedIn and Facebook, been going into your Facebook Lives, but this meeting today, I was actually invited by Forrest, and Forrest said, oh yeah, it's hosted by Jena. I know Jena, okay, I'll meet you there. So thanks for having me, appreciate it.
I was wondering, I was like, I thought we were talking. But you said you're a guest. Now I get it.
Ditto, no announcements, but I want to thank you for being here. Awesome information, things I've been looking at for years now, but never had anyone that can actually pull it together. So I'm excited about being here. And I'm looking forward to whatever comes up.
You don't have to stand up.
I thank you for Ravi. We had one-to-one and we have very good, conversation. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody here. We have a very positive energy.
I've been part of this group since it was formed, and it's really neat to see the progression and the growth in all of us, and in Jena, and the processes. I'm a big process guy, so it feels really warm and comfy to me to get this down to a process. So thanks for everybody who's done that, mostly Jena.
Zip invited me. I'm glad he did. I've really enjoyed your talk, and I'm learning a lot more. I didn't know this even existed, and thank you, Zip.
Thank you for coming, Sharon. And not this Friday, but the second Friday of every month, Mara Movies on Park Lane. There's a happy hour with a different networking group. We get anywhere between 10 to 30 people. We buy the appetizers, you supply, you gotta buy your own beer, wine, and drinks.
Priorities.
No announcements from me, just want to say thanks to Jenna for always having an open office to come hang out, work, and chat whenever you're bored.
Thank you for meeting with me a couple weeks ago. Appreciate the forensic evaluation of my marketing. As a result, I revamped my website and added a call now button on my mobile site. And that's doubled my conversion rate.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just that click. Okay, thank you.
Just really like this group. Apologies for being late today. Love getting to talk to Jenna about this stuff, especially because we have to get really creative. And everybody we've met so far. The reason my announcement is the reason I was late. Today's the last day. It's my public service announcement. Today's the last day of early voting. And hopefully you guys won't like Frisco where we have 24 charter amendments. It's why it took me so long to vote. The last day today, and then Saturday is election day. Municipal elections actually really matter, especially if you're a business owner. Let's go vote.
Well,
That's a good announcement.
thank you for the invitation, and I'm learning a lot. Some of the stuff that you went through, I implemented like up to 3 or 4 steps, and then I connected something else. Things don't work the way that they describe they will work for you. It's the tech guy has a different thing in mind, and you have something else that you want. And I already went through that process, like back and forth, like a couple of those acuity scheduling, we see that. So it's good to hear that someone else is mentioning the stuff that I am trying to do, and there are so many things that I can still learn and implement on that. So that's what I'm working on now.
Gotta get it started. Things are not always gonna work.
Yeah, they all look similar. Each one has a niche. I mean, the software and it's very confusing now because there are like 3 or 4 competitors that hit you, and they have similar things, but each one is a little different when it gets to you have to try them all.
And then I'm about done with tech. She uses ClickFunnels. It's very similar. What it took my web development team over a month to do, and they're still not done, and it's embarrassing to a client, I did in 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah, that might be something that it's been a while.
With bad internet at home with children.
Thank you, Jenna, for redoing my website. It looks great, so when we get it all done, we'll be live on my site. So I'm excited.
Well, again, Jenna, Randy, Karen, we're all one of the original ones from Business Growth Network, and yeah, I'm looking forward to moving my previous Kyrio to Kartra. I love Kartra so far. So thank you for all your sharing your knowledge.
Thank Tanner for helping me. Most of the financial advisor guys can't say anything, so as a client, I can say it for him, but he has me all set up with about, I don't know, 50 pages to sign and fill out. Love that stuff, and thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'm not warm and fuzzy like David, so there's no big send off.